Hello, Zero here. Now you're probably wondering, where's your update? Why aren't you filming this like live or like on camera or whatever? And there's a very simple explanation for that. So basically what happened was the camera broke again. Now you're probably wondering, okay, what's the situation? But as a reminder of the situation, back in 2016, the camera broke because, well, I say it broke, but it actually so the memory card, when you inserted it, it would not lock in place, so it would not read the memory card, so I could not film. Now then, fast forward to December that year, I decide to test it on Whimsy, and it works again, and it works for like all of like a long time, up until I think September this year, and then that's when I find out, okay, I inserted, hey, it doesn't read the memory card anymore. So basically I have a camera that does not read memory cards and I can't do anything about it. So might as well get a new one. It's been 5 years since I got it. Might as well invest in a new one, especially because income tax is coming up and stuff, and I'm probably going to have enough after I take care of my car. So yeah, that's the issue there. Now zero views, it's just because I've been lazy. I've got a bunch of zero views planned, and I just need to get off my ass and talk about like them because I'm not gonna skip over exiting most to build just to do weekly reactions. No, this is gonna be a monthly by monthly basis now, and I'm just going to talk about the shows. If it's late, then sure, but I feel like a monthly to monthly basis will help me gather my thoughts on the episodes as a whole, and hopefully once I start getting stuff together, I won't know the end of the series, and here's hoping I can catch up. Here's hoping. That'll be the goal this year, that I catch up with zero views while, my camera comes in and, stuff. So, that's the update. 2 minutes, pretty quick. Now you're probably wondering why I still have you here, and it's not because this is an update video. This is, you're probably wondering why did you name this video this if you're giving us an update? Well, that's because I'm giving you a tour of my set. Because in the 7 months it took, in the 7 months between when I moved to now, I've been doing a lot of work to make this room very personal, very, very me, and very livable. So, let's go in the closet first, see what junk we have in there. We have all my Kamen Rider stuff, PS4 box, Gundam boxes that I'll probably scrap later, because honestly I have no use for most of them. Most of them are just empty, you know. But yeah, this is where I put my Kamen Rider boxes. A lot of the stuff is in the box. I didn't really, what's it called? Uh, I didn't, what's the best way to say this? I didn't really decide to, uh, I'm blanking. I really didn't decide to like leave them all out basically. So I decided to store them in there, and it's a good thing I didn't get rid of the Kamen Rider boxes because they're very good to just store the stuff that I have in there, and put them away and stuff, and it works. It works really well. That being said, that being completely said, geez. So, there's some Kamen Rider stuff that I don't have the boxes for that I got loose, and those are harder to put away. But we'll get to that in a bit. So yeah, other stuff includes Hot Wheels, Power Ranger stuff. I've actually got like a premium Bandai Kamen Rider thing with the Power Ranger stuff, if only because it fit there a bit more better than with everything else, and it's in a sturdier box and such. So yeah, also in the closet we got a bunch of Bionicle parts in some bins that I'm trying to organize, and that's hell in and of itself, if only because Jesus Christ, I bought a lot of Bionicles, and I have a lot of Bionicle parts too because of my Bricklink escapades, and also because there were more Technic sets that I bought than Bionicles, and that probably has something to do with it. So, anyway. Suppose we should get moving on out of the closet Yes, we're coming out of the closet, folks. No, I'm joking. It's a joke, even though I probably shouldn't be joking about that. You, you know, I don't know. It's the morning when I'm recording this because, I feel like I have a lot of energy in the morning. Actually slept well today. How are you guys? So, here's the top of the closet actually. Basically a bunch of pixel art that I like. First got the Wide Ranger. Didn't really get anything after that until Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom was the big one, and then I've got one of Ranger Head from Tokyo Rokugo from Tokyuger. I got Scizor, Raichu, my favorite two, and overall pretty nice. Overall a nice looking wall. Bit blank on the other side, but that's why I'm trying to find more pixel art, to fill it out, and that's what conventions are for. Speaking of conventions, though, here's my wall of convention badges spanning from San Japan for the win in 2011 all the way to San Japan X in 2018. I've been going to conventions for, not 2018, 2017. I've been going to conventions for like 7 years, basically. 6 years, 7 years. It's been a while, And then I got a bunch of little small uh, other badges at the bottom, a bunch of little trinkets like a Digicrest of Miracles, a Wayfinder from Kingdom Hearts, the usual stuff. This is basically my convention wall. It's a very wall of badge of honor kind of thing, and it looks nice. I like it, and it just brings back a lot of fun memories whenever I look about it. Because I look at the badge and I think, hey, this has a big story behind it. You know what I mean? It's just really fun. It's just a really fun wall to look at sometimes. Speaking of stuff to look at though, here we finally have like most of my storage stuff. In the white containers, bottom one is Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Middle one is like some consoles that I have in storage. The other ones, like all the other ones, are like Tokusatsu, Kamen Rider related ones, figure related ones, because I did a lot of figure stuff for Toy Box Wars, and I brought them over here. And of course, Doctor Doom sits atop them all on his throne because of course it's Doctor Doom. I love Doctor Doom. Let me tell you, I really love Doctor Doom. So, moving on from that, we got a bunch of posters. A Mario poster I got for like $3 one time at a store. Some nice artwork of JoJo, Killer Queen. You got Captain Falcon. I decided to use my Yu-Gi-Oh, the paper mats you get with the structure decks. I decided, hey, let's make them posters. Then you got Mewtwo sitting by himself. Mewtwo armor, because honestly, the Mewtwo armor look is something I absolutely adore from the Pokemon movie. So I'm glad there's an artist that does that art, and it looks really nice. And then probably on the blank wall I'll add some stuff, and then what's it called? Got my plushes. You got the Pokemon. Obviously, you got a Peep. You got Bob Buddy. You got Meta Knight. Who can forget Bob Buddy and Meta Knight, because they've been part of my videos. And then you got a new member of the family, Mighty from Mighty Action X, Kamen Rider X-Aid. What's it called? Really glad I got him when I did. It's a really fun plush, and I just love him. I'll cherish him forever. So moving on, nice red curtain here. I'm only showing this because, hey, red and curtain. Moving on. Uh, you know, I took a picture of a tin, uh, of a Star Wars tin. It's a popcorn tin, but I use it as a wastebasket because, for like paper and stuff. Because I don't know, I don't like the thought of getting it all greasy with butter and stuff on the inside. You know what I mean? Because people do that, and it's like, yeah, I don't get it. You know what I mean? It works much better as a paper uh, wastebasket because it doesn't those that doesn't really do anything to the inside of it. And then we finally have my desk, which basically contains a television, which I switched out for the I switched out my monitor television for my old television from my old house. For PlayStation 4 reasons, in terms of like games cutting out, mostly Kingdom Hearts 0.2, because I can change the picture shape on this one because it has the original remote it came with. I can change picture shape and stuff, and it's just it's a nice it's a nice television, and it's a bit bigger, but it works. It works. And I got my PlayStation 4 hooked up there because that's my main console now. I got my computer, not a laptop, the screen, the keyboard, my headphones. Got a bunch of mini posters from Japan, lining the the top of the computer. Really look nice. I really love the idea of mini posters and, just having them all there like that. Probably need to get two more to make it like 6 and 6 on each side, but overall, really nice posters. Really good, really good stuff. And then, you got my wall of other stuff, and you're probably wondering, congratulations, this is a certificate for something, and it probably houses your location. Too bad I've already edited the picture, and the edited picture is in the video, so you can't find out who I am or where I am, even though you've probably heard my name be called in videos, but those videos are possibly long gone. So yeah, a bunch of some art, different stuff. Not much to see here, what you see is what you get, I can't explain everything, obviously. Of course, I got some signed stuff, though, like a picture from signing of Steve Bloom, Spoonie when he was still pretty fun guy, in my opinion, uh, of Dr. Insano and stuff. And then you got my shelf full of things, you got the Gundam and Gunpla shelf because there's a couple of Gundam figures in here alongside Gunpla. You got the PlayStation shelf basically with a hint of Wii, and then you got the DVD shelf and miscellaneous games. Like little what's called shelf figures to line stuff up with. And you can see my love for Doom because I've got the Doom Funko Pop and a tiny Doom figure. Of course, Kamen Rider Skull, stuff like that. And then, you got the figure stuff at the bottom, the just random figures, assorted figures that I liked, some that I bought for Toy Box Wars, others that, will probably never see the light of day. I will say Revoltech Alucard is absolutely the worst figure I've ever dealt with, if only because his wrist joint is so close to snapping that it's not even funny, and the fact that I barely even move that wrist joint around is annoying. That it's close to snap. It's a very fragile figure, and I get that, but it really shouldn't be that fragile to where within the first 10 minutes, the wrist joint is already close to snapping. And that annoys me about him. It's why he's been in his box for like ages. And it's a good thing I only got him for $12 off of eBay. It was new, it was sealed, it was everything, and I thought maybe it'd be cool to have, but it really wasn't in the end, and I'm glad I only paid like $12 for him. And I'm rambling with stories, you know what I mean? Why am I rambling with stories? This is a room tour, not a story tour. So yeah, you got my small shelf, and then you got the big shelf with like Bionicles overtaking the top, and then Kamen Rider stuff on the bottom. You know, The top part is obviously not going to change anytime soon. I've got all the villains from the new Bionicle era, and then General Grievous because it's General Grievous, and then I got like two mock Bionicles that I just created for the heck of it, and then yeah. The other Bionicles that are here on the shelf, it's the shelves are going to get moved around to where the Bionicles I want to have on there will be put on there and stuff, and hopefully it'll be a lot less cluttered than what you're seeing right now. And then you got Gamer Driver, Gosh Shots. There's a reason there's a blank space there, and it's mostly because I've got a build driver coming in with a bunch of bottles for it, and once that comes in, I'll rearrange stuff to make the set more, you know, more. Well, I say set, but display to make it more even. It's just hard. If anyone could tell me how to like display Gosh Shots easily, that would be a godsend. Like, please, like, let me know. And then, at the bottom, middle, second to last shelf, basically, you got the Ghost Driver, bunch of icons, got 6 DX icons, with their nice little shiny stickers. Got a bunch of icons of historical characters and just people I like, Made sure to grab the Ishinomori icon because, that is essential. You got the other ones, I'm not going to go over it. You got, the Lock Seeds, the Sengoku driver, and you got the drive figures in the back just as a nice little background. And because I really didn't have anywhere else to put them, yeah. And then at the bottom you got the shift cars, you got Figma Kamen Riders, you got SH for Yort's Power Ranger figures, and then you got all the rest being SH Figuarts Kamen Riders. A bunch of old ones, some new ones, some middle of the road ones. Overall, it's a display, and now you see what I've been doing these past like 6-7 months. I've basically just been redecorating this blank room to fit more my taste, and it's really become my own room, and it's definitely become a lot more personal than it was before. Could there be a lot of improvement still? Oh, most definitely, but I feel like I've done a lot of work, and it just feels nice. It feels nice to look at this room, just take like a quick spin around and admire this work, and that's probably why I decided to do a room tour to begin with. It's just me being, proud that, this move has been a lot more successful than I thought it would be. And, had I thought that this was going to be the end result, I probably would have been more willing to move earlier. But, yeah, not much else to say here. This was basically, my room tour, me getting to talk to you guys about a bit of updates, obviously the updates were at the beginning. That way, if you didn't want to see the room tour, you could. But, those of you who stuck this far, thank you for sticking this far. I hope, this channel becomes a bit more prosperous in the future, because honestly, I want to make more videos. I want to do this channel because I want to make people happy. I want to show people entertaining videos, because honestly, y'all deserve some happiness in your lives, because let me tell you, we're in an era of confusion, doubt, people are scared, things are uncertain. If I can make videos that make people entertained, make them laugh, do something to brighten up their day somehow, then, that's enough for me. And, that's basically my mission now. So, here's hoping for a bright future. Here's hoping for a great 2018. I'm Zero. I'll see you guys for my next video.